Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So in this video I want to talk about this recent election or selection, whatever you want to call it, but I want to speak on the area of the pastors when they come out and they are prophesying and they are saying that the Lord has told them, or the Lord has shown them, or the Lord has revealed to them, and all of that. I sat down the other day. We all know how it went. A lot of us are not excited about the outcome. Some people are still hoping and praying that things can be done to change that outcome. There's no doubt a lot of people are disappointed, not just the Nigerians in Nigeria, but even Nigerians abroad. There's just that, people felt like, I'll speak for myself, okay, how would I put it? It's like saying, imagining or thinking that there's gonna be a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. After so much that's been happening in Nigeria for the longest time, a lot of people are beginning to be hopeful that change is about to come. So I made a post in which I was saying that, we know what elections are like and how people will celebrate and jubilate and all of that when somebody wins. This one, there's not much noise. The silence is deafening. Like, it says a lot. Well, let's be honest, it says a lot. But I want to speak on the area of pastors. This is triggered by a comment somebody left. And I thought about it, like, why don't we actually sit down and ask ourselves, if these pastors, a lot of our mega pastors and mega GOs, if they are really speaking from God, if they are really hearing from God, if their prophecies are truly from God, how come they don't say the same thing? One pastor says one thing, another pastor says the other. Is it the same God that is sending all these pastors that are working for him? Right? Is he the one that is sending them with different messages? How does that make sense? Let's be honest, they are all calling the same God of the Bible, the same God that sent Jesus to come and die. So it is the same God they are all claiming. So one person says God told him, the other one says God revealed to him. God, how come? Let me tell you guys, even the Bible we're talking about tells us that our God is not an author of confusion. So if these pastors are hearing from this same God, the biblical God we are talking about, why will God tell Pastor A something different, Pastor B something different, Pastor C something different, all the way to Z? They are all bringing different messages from the same God. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Let's not even go to the fact that a lot of these pastors are not voting for the same candidate. Let's not even go to the area or the fact that a lot of these pastors are not voting for the same candidate. If they are hearing from God and God is telling them so and so is who he wants to be the next president, or who is going to be the next president, they should all be voting the same person. They should all be bringing out the same information to the people of God. Why are the messages different? So, and then you wonder then why, if any of them come to prophesy, Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians, not all, will say, enter house. We don't want to hear. We don't want, you know why? Because people are beginning to sit back and say, okay, there's a lot of this that does not make sense. It's not because this is not the first time. We've seen it in the past. That one pastor mega GO was backing one candidate. The other mega GO was backing another. Standing behind, that's what I mean. And people are like, okay, are you? And this one will come out and be prophesying. The other one, they are prophesying opposites. People are sitting back and saying, okay, this doesn't make sense. And this is why when people have seen a lot of failures in the past, when anybody comes out today say the Lord told me, they don't want to hear it. Because it has not worked in the past. When people now say, well, no one here, people say, hey, you are children of the devil. That's not what it is. If people look at the Bible, the Elijahs and the Elishas and the prophets of their time. When they said it, it was yea and amen. Whatever they came and said, the Lord has said, there was no shaking. It was going to be exactly as they have come out to say, the Lord has said. But in 2023, we are having them say things that are, some of them don't come to pass. Not just they don't come to pass, but at the same time, they are all supposed to be hearing from the same God. So some people think that a lot of people out here are just interested in, just bash pastors, talk about pastors, and that's not what it is. Me that I even make videos and I address pastors. Don't forget, it's not the pastor I talk about. I talk about other things. Oh, I talk about politicians. I talk about celebrities. I talk about police officers. Anything happening in Nigeria, any story that is out there, I cover it. And don't forget, I always say it's my opinion that I share. You're always free to share your own opinions. And my opinion does not mean I know it all. I don't hate any pastor. A lot of them a lot of these pastors I'm speaking about, I've never met them. I've never had a one-on-one experience with these people. I have no personal hatred for any pastor. Why? Why should I? Why should I? But you see, sometimes people forget, when you're speaking about something, it doesn't mean you hate somebody. You may dislike what is going on or what the person is doing or whatever, disagree with what somebody has said or what somebody has done. It doesn't automatically mean hatred. I'll give you guys this example. Many years ago, I think I've shared the story, when my children were still in primary school. They came back from school and they reported one of my daughters and said that she and her group of friends were bullying another child. And I said, what happened? When you say bullying, what does that mean? Oh, that they've ganged up, they don't like her. So, and then they said after school or something like that, they saw her and they were like, oh, look at your shoes. Or they were laughing at her shoes or whatever. So I was asking my daughter and the whole thing didn't make sense to me. I went to the school and I said to the school principal, I went to speak with the school principal and I said, I was told that my daughter was playing a part in bullying another child. And I said, I'd like you to investigate it. And whatever the punishment is, I want her to get it. The principal was confused. He was like, he said to me, he said, I have been a principal in this school for many years. I've never had a parent come in to report their own child for bullying. He said, the only thing people do is report when their child is being bullied. He said that to me. And I said, well, if I heard my child is bullying another child, I would want her to get the consequences for bullying because it is wrong. I wouldn't want my child to be bullied. It is wrong, it is wrong. And if she doesn't get what comes with bullying, the consequences of it, that behavior will continue. I reported my child. Does it mean I hate my child? No. I hate bullying, not my child. At the end of the day, the principal investigated and said, well, from the way he explained that she wasn't the one or she didn't play a part. At the end of the day, like I said, investigate it. If she is guilty, I want the consequences. I want her to, go through the consequences. I'm just using this as an example. I don't hate any of these pastors. You'd be surprised that if I ever met them on the road, I'm that kind of person that'll be like, you will be surprised if I was to ever meet any of them. Let's say, okay, in my nursing job, and I ended up being that, I don't know, Oyedepo was my patient. I would treat him as a patient. I will treat him as well as I would treat anyone out there. That is what I want people to understand. Even Suleiman. I've made videos about Suleiman. I don't go looking for story. Whatever story is out there, I'll come here and share my opinion. I'm that kind of, you'll be surprised if I saw Suleiman on the road. I'm that kind of person. I'll be like, hey, Suleiman. I'm not joking. It is who I am. It ends here. Like, it's not something like, if I saw him on the road. I'm just saying, it's not that kind of a thing. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's about speaking about about the truth. Some of you, I make a video, you may not, how do I say? If, for example, I make a video and you don't agree with my points. Some of you put it in the comment section. Oh, someone, this one you know correct. Oh, I know, I don't support. That is where it ends. Does it mean you hate me? It doesn't mean you hate me. It means that this particular one I'm saying today, makes sense to you. That is it. So people that are coming after the election and say this one, that one. What I want people to realize at the end of the day is this. The reason people are not interested in prophecies or doubting their prophecies or saying we don't want to hear, don't prophesy to us, is because of a lot of things. A lot of things that's happened in the past that is still happening. I'll end this video by saying it again. If all these pastors are hearing from God, how come the messages from them is never the same? Why do they have different versions, different prophecies, different revelations of what is going to happen? Why do they have so many varied information they are passing to the people and say, what the Lord told me is, from what the Lord has explained to me is going to this. Why are they different? Will God give all these pastors different messages? I don't believe that. Our God is not an author of confusion. Just bear that in mind. So for those of you that have whatever to say, my question, please, can you explain to us, is it possible for God to look at the election of Nigeria and give different pastors different revelations as to what is going to happen? Does God work that way? How come these pastors do not speak with the same voice if they are hearing from the same God, the same Bible, different stories, different revelations? Is that possible? I don't know. This is how I feel about it. And as always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.